What's good, people? So, you can clearly see that this is Teams. And you can clearly hear that this is field content. Oh boy, what a pleasant mix. Before we get started, this is my second YouTube channel. So, if you like what you're about to see, then go to that channel and hit the sub button. Because I go live Wednesday as well as the weekends. So, what you see here will happen for a minimum an hour on those days. Now, with that out of the way, let's look at the team composition, if you will. There's one trio, and 3 duos, and 2 solos. So, to say that everyone has a partner is not quite that much of a stretch. Not quite. So we spawn down here at the worst possible spawn point, and the container is right beside us. Not saying this is the worst possible spawn point, it's really not. Behind the barred house on that decline, that is the worst spawn point on this here map, in my humble opinion. So I put on a transmitter right near that freaking exit, and I get ported. What does that mean? Somebody's in front of me. But I didn't register that at the time. I didn't. Well, you see, now it is. You didn't hear that, did you? It's cool, because I did. And that sounds like 2 different kinds of footsteps. And if they hear me, well, if I can hear them, they probably hear me. And there you go. There's your proof that someone's right there. Now check this out. I got ported, right? 2 plus 2 equals 4. They're right in front of me. What if I told you that someone else hits a detector? Okay, that's not that important. No pun intended. But just hold on. So now, I'm kind of stuck. In the back of my head, there's a team up there on that church. In the back of my head. And this is when, my dear people, that transmitter I put down gets hit. So, that team in front of me had more, or had at least 2 ports. So, one person has 2 ports, other person has the other 2. That's what I'm thinking. So now my game plan is to stay as far away from them as I can while still maintaining somewhat of a visual. Granted, right now, I don't see them, but they gotta make their move eventually. And they're still on alert. They still think that I'm nearby. And, you know, they should. There's a transmitter there. And transmitter equals red dot on someone's map. Believe it or not, right here is where I make a mistake. Yeah, going up this hill like this in the broad daylight. Yep. You all probably didn't see it. But I did. I got aimed at. So my transmitter, yeah, it's either going to fool them, or they're going to be like, yeah, there's a guy right there. And sure enough, they hit the port after probably destroying my transmitter, because remember, I put it right next to them, basically. They are not fooled no more. So here I go, being hunted on field content. That kind of rhymed a little bit, but in broad daylight. Yeah, fun times, fun times. But hey, guess what? I got more than 1 transmitter. So even though they see me right there, or seen me right there, I got another one right here. Now, it don't feel like I'm being hunted down. If they saw me, they would make a beeline straight toward me. If not, use your last and final port. Because you know, 2 ports times 2 people equals 4 ports altogether. They used up 3. So, they got 1 more left. Once they use that, they're blind. That's what I'm thinking. Now, you hear that. That's quite close. That is very close. And you know, I might as well just go up there. But now the thought hits me. What if a team from back there sees me walking up this hill? Like how they did the first time. That would be a nightmare scenario. However, what's happening in front of me? One cannot, and I mean cannot, ignore. And now, all is quiet on the eastern front, but on the southern front, the container's going crazy. You know, it's kind of like a team was trying to find me and they didn't find me, and then they decided to open the container the hard way. That's what it feels like. As they're getting shot at, I think. Anyway, this team right here was shooting at another team. So where's that other team? I don't know. But boy, oh boy. Look at this. Folks, tell me that you want to kill people and you have no regard for loot, without telling me you want to kill people and have no regard for loot. Look at how many ports I have. That's 6 ports, bruh. 6. And get this. Like what? Damn near 8 caffeine pills? For what reason? To run somebody down. Obviously. Now here's the crazy part. This, obviously, was a trio. Where's the third guy? You seen me shoot and kill 2 people. You've seen that. But where's the third guy? Well, let me answer that. The team that they were shooting at. How much you want to bet? That team killed one of their people and now they wanted revenge. How much you want to bet? But you know what? If I know for a fact that that trio's dead and gone and I don't got to worry about them, I'm not going to worry about them. But you also kind of got to think a little bit. If you see, okay, so hear me out. Analogy time. If you're roaming across the African desert, or African jungle, if you will, and you see a dead lion, you're like, boy, I'm glad that lion's dead, otherwise he would have killed me. And then you're walking, and then, you know, the thought hits you. What the fuck could kill a lion? Well, what if I told you the thing that killed a lion is making its presence known right here? Now you see, I cut out about 1:45 worth of gameplay in that first transition because all I did was run around and attempt to grab loot while also keeping all these sweat goodies in my bag. And to those of you that always ask, Jet, how do you have so much stuff? The answer is simple. Survive. That's it. Just survive. You don't gotta shoot and or kill everyone you see just because you see them. Sometimes it's better to wait and wait for a better opportunity. And you never know, it just might show up. And I don't know if you caught that or heard that or not, but there's still people fighting near the container. Yes, I know. It's already open. And the match is pretty much like 70, maybe 65% done. Yeah. Crazy. Very crazy. So we've seen a person run up the hill when I shot those 2 people that were a part of a trio. Running up somewhat in the plane's direction. And what's past the plane? Well, a couple of things. You know, a couple POIs. You know what I'm saying? And, oh yeah. The barred house. Which is right here. So remember when I told you all that the trio that, you know, I took out 2 people of, it was just 2 people left? And the third guy, he died to somebody? Well, what if I told you that somebody should be alive right now? And I can tell you where they would be at if they were alive right now. See that guy, you know, up on the hill I just ended his life? It was his friend. I'ma say it. It was his friend. That trio was about to go absolute apeshit on that guy that I just killed. And oh look, a person all the way over there. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. So, it's crazy how life works out. It's crazy. Sometimes you stalk and other times you get stalked. You know? But you never know when you are either or you could be both. Well, then again, I guess that's what either is. But you see, I walk in here, I check, nobody. And that guy looted the barred house clean, or the barred house safe, I should say, clean. And let's go and check on his body. and see if he has, I don't know, his buddy stuff on him too. M82. Yeah, that's how the first guy in that trio got dealt with. Got caught lacking. His guard was down, and the raincoat was like, "Oh, a person. Let me shoot one good time." And that was it. That was it. And also, that's it for me. So people, I get it. This wasn't the most flashiest of encounters. You know, like no threat symbol, no music, none of that. But let's face it. It could have gone bad. It could have. I could have been stuck on the other side of the map dealing with a duo. And then the trio would have still been alive, and that would have been my ass. You know? But the crazy thing is, as much stuff as I got, that was only 2.3k experience. Why? I didn't loot anything of actual value. All I got was consumables. You know why? Because in teams, it's all about hunting. It ain't about looting and gathering. It's about hunting. That is a team mentality. So folks, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.